Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Matthew Stafford ready to go here. Stafford still a solid quarterback in his 11th season now, but the Lions still yet to win a playoff game under his guidance. And last year's mark of 6-10, the worst since 2012 for the Lions.
Dad, lady, like 7. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, it's Stafford. And his first look is incomplete. And we look now at the Lions offense.
Running back Kerryon Johnson was drafted out of Auburn in the second round in 2018 to become the Detroit Lions lead running back, something they haven't had in a long time. In fact, in 2018, he ran for over 100 yards in a game in September, the first Lions back over 100 yards since Reggie Bush on Thanksgiving Day in 2013. They're hoping that continues, and he'll be the three-down runner that they've been seeking.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jerry Tillery brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. On second down, Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Stafford to his tight end, James. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers' all-time passing leader, Phillip Rivers, who's been their starter since 2006, trotting onto the field. And I'll tell you what, he may be just a couple of years from 40, but he can still do it. You look back to 2018, some people were whispering MVP and Rivers in the same breath with what he did in that campaign. Especially impressive in 2 December primetime victories, one against the Steelers, one against the division division rival Chiefs, and although things ended not quite how they wanted in the playoffs to New England, Phillip Rivers still feels like he has a lot left in the tank. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 27. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
If you're going to talk about great players with the Chargers, you have to include their center, Mike Pouncey, a 4-time Pro Bowler. He and his brother Marquise with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they were the Pro Bowl centers for the AFC in 2018.
Hey, Brown 80! Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming in.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Rivers. Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Easy, easy. 65.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty hurt. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Matthew Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Hey, Haywood!
Now Rivers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards there. A big one. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Rivers now from the 50. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. He was a 2nd-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a 1st-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the 2nd round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And shedding through the tackle. Still going. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Caught on the right side by Jones. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Stafford over the middle. It's Amendola. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 30. Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now Stafford. This left side caught by Fulgham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Stafford on 1st down. It's caught outright, Amendola. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to regain the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
390.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They're going to run. This is Gordon going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
Touchdown, Detroit! Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers to throw it. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Single.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's Rivers. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns. And that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. To throw, Rivers. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Lions will take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this champ?
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple of extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Red Delta! Round 80! Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Buffalo.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers to Gordon out left.
Hey, ready.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing, Rivers.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Going deep here for Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing Rivers. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Hey, 79! 79!
They go play action. Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rivers now, and incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jones has it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that one pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's waiting. Ready?
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Anderson. And an alley to run. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's C.J. Anderson who tops it off with the touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, Rocket! Hey,
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 35.
Here we go.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, it's Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now we'll run with Anderson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
At the 31-yard line. Set! 180! I got it. Two times. What happened?
On second down, Anderson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Lions on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run with McKissick. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Hey, 79, 89.
First down, Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. To throw is Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down. Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And then able to bring it in. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
You can't block me. Alpha!
From the red zone now, Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.